This video is sponsored by Unscripted.
Wrapped up in the color. Wrapped up in the color. Do I know him like a father?
How's it going? My name's Eric. I'm a portrait and wedding photographer based out of Chicago. Been doing it for about 10 years now, and just wanted to make this video to give a little insight on how I do my engagement / portrait session. So that's enough of an intro. Let's just dive in. Oh, actually, can you zoom in for these? And you'll probably need to tilt up or something.
That's perfect.
Really? Number one, have a conversation with the couple, with the clients. Get to know them, who they are, what their story is, what's important to them, maybe places that are important to them. I always like basing an engagement shoot or a portrait session based on a meaningful location to them, not just a pretty place. And so have a FaceTime with them, meet them for coffee, anything like that will do, just to kind of get an idea of what they want for the portraits. And then start making goals for yourself for the shoot. Don't just show up like a zombie, like knowing what you know, but actually be strategic in how you want to creatively approach this. If you're inspired by something that they tell you in their story, you might want to think of a creative idea of how to shoot that. So make sure you write it down. For me, in this session, I wanted to shoot double exposures on film. I wanted to shoot minimalist creative shots with them like really tiny in the frame. I also only wanted to shoot with 3 lenses and shoot under 400 digital images, not just spray and pray and have like 2,000 images at the end of the shoot like I can do sometimes. Okay, let me relax. Just hug and get close because it's freezing. Awesome. Okay, this is so sick. We're gonna do like I'm gonna shoot from like a really upward angle, and you guys are gonna kind of just like reach for each other's hands. This is where it gets weird. Let me get even closer. So you're just gonna go really, really slowly to reach out with the hand, okay? Ready, set, go. Yep. 2, show up early and scout out the location. Preferably, I always want to shoot for golden hour, whether it's morning or evening, blue hour and gold hour. This shoot we're doing in the morning, so sunrise. Sunrise is really cool on Lake Michigan because it's east facing, but unfortunately it looks like it might be clouds, so we'll see. I always like to check to see when the sunrise or the sunset is happening to leverage enough time to get the portraits done within the time frame that I want, which is usually in the 2-hour window, giving myself enough time. And while you're there scoping out the location, try to set the scene. Photograph the environment so that it leads into the story of where they are and what might be important to them if the location is important to them. Now, Max and Michelle, the models for today, aren't actually engaged anymore. They were my wedding clients. We filmed their wedding this past summer. They just wanted to help us out with this video. So it's not technically an engagement session, but you get the idea. And I wanted to put this into action. This location was actually right where they were going to get married, but they actually canceled those wedding plans and went out to Montana instead. So this place is actually important to them, Fullerton Beach. So this city view and in this area has like a special place in their heart. Put the 80s cheesy music and like the ting. Number 3, this isn't a must, but something that I like to do, shooting with 2 cameras because I like to exclusively shoot with prime lenses. So my go-to is the 35mm and the 85mm during portrait sessions, 35 1.4, 85 1.2 to open up and get that beautiful bokeh for portraits instead of just a zoom lens. Now, I know new lenses are coming out like the 24-70 f2, which is incredible and changing the game. But for now, I try to keep it to this setup because it's what I have and I don't feel like I need to upgrade yet. But I also wanted to challenge myself and only do these 2 lenses plus one more, my 45mm tilt shift, which just kind of warps reality and is really fun to play with. Number 4, I bring a Bluetooth speaker. I like to bring this Bluetooth speaker to set them at ease, to make them feel comfortable and not have to have that awkward silence when you're in between like small talk, which you know what I'm talking about. I have a romantic portrait jams playlist on Spotify. I'll link it down below if you want to check out this speaker, specific one that I use, and that portrait playlist. Incredible in evoking emotion and just making people feel comfortable in front of the lens.
This is like totally bringing me back because this song was playing in one of my Instagram stories. I think maybe you took it and I posted it.
It's definitely the same playlist.
Yeah.
This incentivizes them to really interact naturally and just to feel natural in front of the lens. But sometimes, you know, I'm sure you've experienced that people can feel awkward still and they might need some direction. So over the, like I said, 10 years I've been doing this, I've developed a few little catchphrases or prompts to give them to loosen up and feel a little bit more at ease. Sometimes I'll have one of them whisper their favorite vegetable in the other person's ear in the sexiest voice possible, or have them walk towards me while hip checking each other, or Eskimo kisses, just getting really close and aggressively Eskimo kissing. Even if I feel like I need to do something else, that's where today's sponsor comes in that I'm really pumped about, Unscripted. And Unscripted has this whole section where you can do prompts like this if you feel like you're in a stuck place. And why I love it too is I actually used it for the first time on this shoot, and I did all of my creative ideas and put them on a list for Max and Michelle's shoot, which was awesome because I achieved those goals in doing those portraits. And I was able to step away from them for a little bit to get inspired with a brand new prompt that kind of folded into something else even. I had Max come up behind her, pick her up, and swing her around. And some of those are great, but I even loved what happened after that. They kind of just snuggled in because they got really cold. And then I kind of capitalized on that too. So it's really helpful to kind of just get things moving and get things flowing. And if you ever feel stuck, you can go to it. It has a multitude of other things as well. If you are uncomfortable about your settings in a certain circumstance, there's a cheat sheet in there as well. There's all sorts of education resources. There's a whole community tab and that sun tracker thing that I showed earlier. So it's kind of your one-stop shop for everything for a shoot like this. If you're interested in something like that, it's free if you want to check it out, and you can upgrade to the paid version at any time. If you just use the code all caps YouTube Dad, you could get $10 off of the annual subscription or $20 off the lifetime subscription. So just go check it out if you're interested in that, and go to check out and see everything that the app has to offer. Even if you feel stuck after that, number 6 is helpful. Go wide, medium, tight. Back away from them, get away from them. Don't feel nervous anymore. Get a wide where they're just standing together, holding hands, hugging, something like that, and show a scene setting, minimalist, city in the background, forest in the background, wherever they are. Nice wide shot. Then start working your way in tighter. Get a medium shot. Get them close together, facing each other, medium. Then start getting in tight. Use this 85 to start getting details of their face, of their hands, of their feet, all of those little intricacies. It's a really good way to just I kind of call it like the accordion, just kind of going back and forth in different scenes. Set them, go wide, medium, tight. Finally, number 7, and one of my favorite ones, which we sadly didn't get to today because we were about to freeze to death. I like just prompting them with this moment of reflecting on their relationship or reflecting on whatever life thing is happening at that point. Even more, if I did some digging in that process of a meeting with them or getting to know them, if I know a song that's special to them, I might put it on that playlist or find it on Spotify and play it on the speaker and give them a second just to reflect. And you'd be so surprised at what kind of emotions you could get from just doing something as simple as that kind of intentionality. Now, for Eric and Amanda's wedding 2 years ago, I put their first dance song on that playlist in their hotel room during portraits. And when it came on, they looked at me and were shocked. And I told them, yeah, I did that on purpose. And Eric later in the day told me that that was like one of the craziest moments of his life and that he'll never forget that moment, which blew my mind that something so small and intentionality could change something so drastically. So giving them that experience and giving them those photos that will kind of evoke that emotion is something that's really special to me as well. Bonus tip, I like shooting for more than an hour. A lot of people do sessions that are just an hour long, but I like to do 1.5 to 2 hours and not really set a time limit on it so that I can feel comfortable, they can feel comfortable. If we want to go to different locations and if they want to do different outfits, we have time to do that and we don't have to feel like we're rushed. Ultimately, these photographs are all about what they mean and not about how I can, become Instagram famous at their expense. Something stupid like that. Because at the end of the day, like, this shoot is about them and it's about their life. And so I want them to remember it in a way that makes it feel like it is them and it is their relationship and it is this part of their life, and they get to remember it with deep nostalgia whenever they look back at these photos. Make it less about myself and more about them. And with that, I've found that it's just so much more fulfilling creatively, photojournalistically, all the good things. And so going in with that mentality makes it sustainable over time. I hope that resonates with you. Make sure to go check out Unscripted. It's linked down below, right in the description. And you can use the code all caps YouTube Dad to get that discount if you're interested in it. But like I said, it's free as well. If you don't want to do the paid version, just go check it out in the App Store. That's what I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful to you. If you feel like this video was helpful, make sure to share it on your Facebook and your MySpace and where else? LinkedIn, TikTok. TikTok's not a joke anymore. Like, TikTok's a serious thing. So is MySpace. Liking this video helps my channel out a ton. So if you could do that, that would be amazing. And subscribing and bringing the bell thing, all that stuff is really helpful to me and my channel and helping me with what I do here. if you appreciated it at all. I'm done talking. Again, I hope it was helpful. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.
Be with you. Yes, I know that I'll be